From painted portraits, originally, to portrait mode, and from self-portraits to selfies, the way we take pictures of ourselves has changed.
The National Portrait Gallery is inviting people to submit their social media selfies. It's for a new exhibition which is exploring how technology is being embraced by the arts world. And our reporter Jo Inwood has been finding out more.
You might think they're out of this world, or they're out of control. But selfies are very much a factor of modern life. So, how to understand them? Is it a modern form of self-expression, a way of showing the world how you see yourself? Maybe even the successor to the self-portrait? Sort of thing that could appear here. Or are they a symptom of a society that's obsessed with itself, with its own image, and a way of living your life through your phone, rather than in the moment?
They're fine, bit of fun.
Are you a regular selfie taker?
Ish.
Yeah, we just took one on the train, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did.
Question is why? What was your reason for taking it?
Just a memory.
Show our friends.
Yeah.
Some people are brilliant at it and do a really nice job, but most of it is a lot of pouting, in my personal opinion. So I don't know how seriously I can take it, certainly at the moment, but maybe I haven't been exposed to quality stuff.
Why do you think most people are taking selfies? Is it for the artist?
They're vain.
Sorry,
They've seen pictures of themselves, they're vain.
200 years ago, it was portraits. Over time, it's been film, and these are how people express themselves in the 21st century.
It's the latest gift of modern science, a place where a man can shoot himself, and a woman too, for that matter.
And it turns out, in the 20th as well. This was London in 1952.
Are you a bathroom beau, a secret smiler, a mirror masher? Then, like Brian Carney, we found your spiritual home. It's a new type of photographic studio where you can register those manly expressions you so often practice in secret, where you can stare like a He-Man with no operator to put you off your stroke.
Vanity, not a modern invention, it turns out. But the history of the selfie goes back even further. In 1839, Robert Cornelius took this outside his lamp shop in Philadelphia, thought to be the first ever selfie. And so, given that pedigree, it's maybe not surprising that the National Portrait Gallery is getting involved, teaming up with photo messaging app Snapchat, using augmented reality to allow people to turn themselves into a work of art.
Since we launched augmented reality in the Snap camera, people are using it in a very fun way. You know, the funny lenses. Today, we augment reality in a different way. We use AR to educate people. It's a good way for the visitor of the National Portrait Gallery to discover different style of portraiture and art, because they can use cubism, expressionism on themselves.
And so, maybe it's time to reassess the selfie. Maybe. The National Portrait Gallery will certainly be hoping that this can attract a different crowd and maybe make them see this centuries-old institution through a rather different lens. Jo Inwood, BBC News at the National Portrait Gallery in London.
So, joined here on the sofa by Stuart Wood, photographer, who was indeed but a second ago taking a picture.
Absolutely.
On your phone.
Yeah.
What were you taking a picture of?
I just saw my name on the autocue there.
It's a lovely thing. It is a lovely thing.
That's going to be my story on Instagram later. Yeah.
Selfies. You as a kind of professional photographer, 30 years experience.
Yep.
Where are you on the selfie?
Well, I think it's great that photography now is so accessible to everybody, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And obviously, it's on the smartphones now. They've taken over. And I Googled it this morning. It's 5 billion. This is last year's figures, not this year's. 5 billion pictures a day taken around the world. And most of those will be just fun shots, but that's fine.
Yes. But do you think there's a danger that, well, frankly, there's just too many pictures? I mean...
Yeah.
And what about that thing where everyone wants to look a certain way, don't they, in selfies? Yeah. So you take the picture and then you look at it and not quite how you like, change it. So, I mean, that's normal. I'm not criticising it in a way, because why not try and look nice?
No, exactly, yeah. Well, most folks probably don't know how to light, because it's not their job, or to pose, or how to look, you know. So, not you two, obviously, but So that's probably why they get a little bit of disappointment. But there's a few simple rules.
Well, it's slightly confusing. We're seeing pictures of people taking selfies now.
Yeah.
So these are all photographers taking pictures of people taking selfies.
Yeah.
So big superstars.
In a way, like, what's nice is that you're seeing people take selfies of special occasions, like the way you took a picture of your name on auto cue. You know, it's something that you want to kind of keep the memory of and meeting, you know, meeting someone.
Yeah.
I suppose the criticism of selfies comes when people are taking pictures of themselves and posting. This is social media, isn't it? You think of Instagram, for example, and you know, posting these pictures where you look absolutely fantastic, great, but which aren't always realistic.
No.
And that kind of steps up competition
yeah.
or the kind of genuine factor of.
Yeah, but we must realise that photography is, I think, 200 years old in 2 years' time. But right at the start, images were manipulated. From the very start. It's just so easy to do it now. But there's a famous picture of Abraham Lincoln that most of it's not him, it's one of his generals, and they literally stuck his head on it. You know, so they've always been manipulated.
But it's also like, you know, pictures of kings and queens, they were always made to look far better than they actually were, weren't they?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look at some of our selfies that have been sent in from our viewers? OK, here's the first one. This is Isla from Dumfriesshire. Oh, so she's taking a picture and she's been photobombed. These are the best ones, aren't they?
Fantastic, yeah. That's a great picture, isn't it? Yeah.
Looks like a collision is just about to happen or something, doesn't it?
So
Maggie, on a Mother's Day walk, apparently, dog Leah. There we go.
Fantastic.
Was up to other things in the background. The eye is drawn, definitely.
Yes,
yes,
I've just spotted that. Yeah. That's a great composition because, like you say, it leads to that point, doesn't it? Yeah.
It absolutely does. Here's a baby. Oh, that's quite. See that? The joy of these selfies is that they're better than the posed ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got stories behind them.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Exactly, and that's capturing a moment.
So this is Anna and her family. A white reindeer makes an appearance.
Oh wow!
There you go.
They're in Lapland.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And let's hop over from the cold to the warmth, shall we? We'll go to Australia.
Kangaroo, fantastic.
Yeah. Managing to get that stuff. Best angles in terms of, because you can if you're, say it's for work, not you know, or you're advertising stuff. The angle can really make a difference.
Absolutely. You mentioned the National Portrait Gallery. If you see the kings and queens painted there, they're always painted from below, so they look impressive, maybe a little intimidating, very strong.
Superior.
But you don't really want to look like that in your pictures. So the first tip, go from above, shoot from above. But just an angle from above. There's a lot of psychology goes off.
I thought that was just to get rid of double chins.
Well, there's that as well, yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of psychology in images, like I say, the kings and queens and presidents, blah, 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 from below. But you don't want to look like that, do you? So slightly from above, you know. And
how do you persuade someone who never takes selfies to take selfies?
How do I persuade?
Persuade, yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
If they just say, I don't want to take them, I don't like them, that's fine.
There is that, and sometimes even professionally, some folks will say, leave me out, I don't want to be, you know. And you have to respect that if they don't want to be photographed. I think it's bad. We all want to be marked as we came this way in our lives, didn't we? You know, so it's and I think they're going to regret it later on when there's no photographs. But there are people like that.
I'm glad you've got a moment to remember this little moment in
Absolutely.
time from the picture, from the camera.
Yeah.
Nice to see you this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Stuart. That's it from us this morning. Of course, breakfast back tomorrow. Time now for Saturday Kitchen. Bye-bye.